Right guard Chris Best back in the huddle. Good news based on that last offensive play.
That's a miracle. It's a miracle. Here he is right here. He's on Sewell. And then Heenan, the right tackle, is going to fall on him. This is ugly. This could be like season ending right there. And the big man is back on the football field. And he's taken, we're already down to 5 offensive linemen in Saskatchewan because Dan Clark's out of the lineup right now. Just going to be used in a spot duty if needed. And I think right now they're on the verge of just, they're duct taping these offensive linemen together right now. These guys are playing with a lot of injury, a lot of pain, working through it, knowing the significance of this football.
Again, Dan Clark available only if an emergency now, left in the first half. Saw the short gain for Will Ford.
And Saskatchewan. Saskatchewan's hustling line of scrimmage too, because I think that ball's out.
No challenge flag. And Joseph to work on second down. Sidesteps, throws, complete. Rapet's got the catch. He's got the first down. That's a couple times today where the Eskimos did not challenge, and we thought we might see one.
Yeah, and that ball did come out, it looked like. But I can tell you, this is a nice job by Chris Best sucking it up here. Right guard, big tape tank. All those guys got it locked down up there. Basically got casts, you know, and he's working on Guyton there. Trevor Guyton from Edmonton. Excuse me.
Last year, the Riders were 10-2 when Best was in the lineup. First down, Joseph has time. Looks for Getzlaff. Down at the 14-yard line. Inside position on Aaron Grimes. A little slow to get up after another big play for Getzlaff. 32 yards.
Holding. Saskatchewan number 65. 10-yard penalty. Repeat the down.
And it's coming back. Heenan on the hold.
And Heenan. And Ben Heenan, right tackle. He's right here. And yeah, I misspoke last place. McKinley that Best was blocking on. There's the hold right there. Odell Willis drawing the penalty because he gets leverage, comes underneath. A little rip move on Heenan, gets leverage, and Heenan doesn't have a choice but to hold. Otherwise, he's on Kerry Joseph's ribs.
So the penalty yardage about even so far in this game. 1st and 20. On the Riders' side of midfield. Man open.
Man.
And they're ruling incomplete. Corey Williams wasn't touched, got up and kept going, thinks he made the catch. And wants a challenge from the sidelines.
Yeah, this is going to be tough. Kerry Joseph tries to fit it in there. Oh, baby. I think, oh, man, that's tight. That is tight.
Does he pull it off the ground?
That's tight.
And the challenge flag's coming out.
There it is. We're going to get a couple shots of it.
Well, is this conclusive? Does he keep it off the ground or not?
Well, I think that's a tough one. I don't know if they'll be able to turn that because it does the ground. But this is what they're doing. They're gonna play. He's gonna be area outside here. He's gonna drop deep. He's gonna release outside. And what you want to do is you want Patrick Watkins right here to get a jam on him. He doesn't.
Is ruling that it was a catch on the play. We'll
he runs free
play.
down the sidelines, and that's the spot that Joseph's going to try to deliver the ball in. There's the cut coverage. Get hands on him. He doesn't, so he's running free. The ball's a little underthrown in that spot, that soft spot in the cut coverage on the area outside down the rail. And Williams got to come up with trying to make a circus catch, but that's a pass that Kerry Joseph would like to have back. I know, because he'd want to put a little more on it, a little more outside, and he's still running. But that's where you need to attack that defense. Down the rails, if they don't jam you and you get a free release, which Corey Williams
After
did.
review, the ruling on the field is confirmed. Incomplete pass. Yeah. Second down.
That's going to haunt Kerry tomorrow, regardless of the outcome of this football game, because I know he's going to say, as all quarterbacks are, and he'll want that one back, because that should have been fitted in there for a touchdown in cut coverage to the boundary, and Williams still should be running.
Still not sure if he made the catch or not, but clearly not conclusive.
All receivers, he felt like he had more control in the, of the ball. And yes, it did touch the ground, but he felt like he plucked it.
So second 20. Ford releases. Joseph looking further downfield and misfired behind Getzlaff. And he had him open. So he's getting receivers open.
That's another one where they're going to play soft because it's second and 20. And they're going to play and make you throw underneath. Watch how the umbrella covers. You're going to have one guy here, one guy here, one guy here. He's going to drift. He's usually out here, but they got to go so far. They just kind of hold and drift and play anything. So that's 3 double cut soft, right? So they're going to drift back. And they're going to play everything underneath them. And then right here is the soft area. And Carey tries to fit it in there, and he misses the receiver. That's 2 in a row. That number 5 is going to wish he had time.
And now the punt goes out of bounds. That'll be an illegal kick against Bartell. And a short one at that. Or did it bounce out? Well, there is a flag, excuse me.
Illegal kick out of bounds. Saskatchewan, number 17. 10-yard penalty. First down, Edmonton. Timeout.
So Bartell with a miss and better field position for Mike Riley than he would have anticipated.
Yes. Here you go.
Outgoing Commissioner Mark Cohan making his final visit to Mosaic as the boss. And there's President Jim Hobson with a special Saskatchewan Roughrider guitar as an outgoing present, as well as apparently Saskatchewan Roughrider.
Is that a fruit
pet treats? No, pet treats for the Cohan dog, the German Shepherd named Ryder.
Oh, man!
Yeah.
We know where his wagon's hitched.
Here's John White high stepping for a first down and a crossbeat and a cut back and still going. So John White finally getting untracked and a late flag comes down. Big block by Devin Bailey and White energizing that Eskimo bench with that romp. Now, in defense of the commissioner, Ryder spelled R-Y-D-E-R, so he is
a little bit,
he is claiming that
throw him off the trail a little bit. He's a hunting
not
dog,
partisan.
What kind of dog is he?
Illegal block.
German Shepherd.
Okay.
Edmonton, number 31. After first down was gained, it will be a first down, Edmonton.
Well, that will negate a big part of a 27-yard run for John White. Calvin McCarty
nice
flag.
Oh, you like to see him get some more touches, because he's electrifying when he does. John Chick was blocked initially on the play by Tony Washington at the line of scrimmage, kept on his horse, much like his teammate Ricky Foley did several times in the first half. Give me the energy needed to make some stops.
In that first meeting, White carries of 20 yards plus, 3 more 10 plus. Riley hit as he threw, and the pass for Bowman incomplete. Rod Williams there for the Roughriders.
It's John White doing his thing. Here's the block that I was speaking of right here. You're going to watch Washington. Chick comes into him. Washington kind of leverages him. Holds him right there a little bit. Just pushing on him. Nice job. Then watch him redirect. Keep watching Chick. He's still on his horse. He's still on his horse. Then he shows up right there and gets the tackle 25 yards downfield. That's one-two desire right there. That's why John Chick's one of the best in the business.
Second and 10. Here comes the heat. Riley got it away, and Bowman's got the catch. His second grab of the game and a first down for the leading receiver in the Canadian Football League.
This is pitch and catch time. Second and 10. He's right here. He's going to go up and just sit down. Ball's going to be delivered with timing. Big receiver. What? He just pushes up, sits down in his defense, zone defense. Attack your area of coverage as quickly as possible. The defense will unfold in front of you. Ball's delivered with time. Pretty easy stuff.
Bowman 3 catches away from matching the Eskimos' single season catch record of 106. White down to the 37.
Oh my goodness.
Boudreau the tackle.
That cut in the hole, I think John White, I was telling you CC at halftime, I think he's got one of the best jump cuts in the league. This is Darius Bowman. This guy is on the verge of making Edmonton Eskimo history, chasing Brian Kelly, Terry Vaughn, and Craig Ellis. That's a group right there. I threw to Brian Kelly. I threw to Craig Ellis. Those guys can make it happen. The top two there, Terry Bond and Craig Ellis, were converted running backs. So Darius is chasing guys that have scat backs and ability to make people miss.
White in trouble this time. John Chick closed down. Looked like Mike Riley was not sure about handing it off on the quarterback option there.
Indecision. And he's been a little flustered the last couple of series. And here he is here. He's reading Chick. I see what they did. They wrapped Peters. And that was, well, if we can see it one more time, I tell you what he's looking at. Chick crashes down. They bring Peters right there for the leverage on the edge. And really the play stymied because of the stun up front by Saskatchewan.
O'Neill's missed 2. This from 46 out. And he's down the pipe this time. Hugh O'Neill hits it to put Edmonton in the lead. They have 10 points in this third quarter. The big kick return touchdown by Kendall Lawrence and that field goal. It's the Eskimos by a point here in the third quarter as we check back in with Lee Jones.
Eskimo receiver Darius Bowman actually started his CFL career here in Saskatchewan in 2008. He was reminded about it when the Eskimos picked up kicker Luca Conji. Of course, Conji was Bowman's one of his roommates in 2008, and when they met up, he looked at Bowman and said, you know, you've really changed. You've become more of a leader, and I can really sense that. And that's something that Darius Bowman says he's really added to his game in 2014. It's about his maturity and his ability to go up to quarterback Mike Riley and tell him what he's seen on the field, and both of those players understanding each other. And of course, we all know he is chasing that single-season reception record that the Eskimos have. He is now just 3 receptions from tying Craig Ellis, who had that record all the way back in 1990, guys.
Of course, the league record may stand for a while. Darryl Mitchell had 160 catches in a year for the Argos. Here's Jerome Messam, and that ground game has been stymied today by Edmonton front. It's strength against strength. The Eskimos 3rd against the run this year, and the Roughriders 2nd best running attack.
Yeah, you know, CC asked me in the break there if Carey's got a little bit of rust on. I said maybe a little bit, you know, which you could understand because he hadn't started a game since 2012. But the last series we missed a couple throws. And I credit that to that's just football. It's going to happen.
Strong arm.
Yes.
He's looked good. But a couple of missed opportunities on the last series. Sends it out there, and Rob Baggs got the catch. Or Brett Swain tossed down by Aaron Grimes short of the first down.
He doesn't have the arm strength that he has. That ball's going the other way.
That's
that had to go a long way. That's a pick 6 because Aaron Grimes is as good as anybody in the league, and that ball had to travel a long way. And he stuck it out there. Wasn't, you know, it's not even a very pretty pass, but it's coming right at you. It's going about 40 yards in the air in a hurry. Stop. If that's hung out there, Grimes is undercutting that and taking it to the house.
8 yards, so 3rd and 2 when they punt it away. Lawrence from his 30, and the cover team trying to atone for that kick return early in the second half. Diamond Ferry and Weldon Brown down in a hurry. But Mike Riley now in the lead position here by a point late third quarter.
A little help from his friends. Special teams, as you mentioned. Opening kickoff return to second half by Kendall Lawrence. And a little field goal by Hugh O'Neill. Dialed it in after missing 2 in the first half. And they got the lead.
Fred Stamps did not catch a pass last week, ending a streak of 111 consecutive games. They've thrown in his direction once today, but no catches yet today.
Now I'm scratching my head trying to figure that one out.
Wide side for Kuhorn. Got it. And drilled back by Tristan Jackson. Quick close. They're going to give Kuhorn 5 on the play. Sam Hurl checks in for the Roughriders on defense.
Here's Fred Stamps here. He's going to run up here and just stop, basically saying, cover me. I know it's his pattern. There's no adjustment. And he watched Kuhorn on the outside. Watch Stamps. Go up there, sit down, cover me. He's covered, so you got to kick it out to the wide receiver. A lot of times it's circumstantial, and the quarterback reads taking it to somebody else, and that's what happened on that play.
Fans looking for a stop. 2nd and 5 over the middle. Bowman another catch, and he'll have the first down.
Nice effort, because he initially had it when he caught it. Then he went back, gave up some yards, had to break a tackle, and really scrambled. Almost did an army crawl to get the first. Here's a Darius and Weldon Brown. Oh, coming up in the zone, just sitting down the soft spot. Hurl's trying to rally. Brackenridge is there. Nobody can secure the tackle before Bowman gets the first down. That's a pretty shot of how quickly it happens.
.176 yards on the year. They fake the hitch, and now Riley's going to throw it away as nothing was available. Sent Devin Bailey deep, but he was picked up by Macho Harris.
Had Bailey and Kuhorn deep on the fake hitch to Kendall Lawrence. And it's pretty simple stuff here. You're going to have two wide receivers going here, down the rail, and then going to bring out Kendall Lawrence here. He's going to fake out to Kendall Lawrence. Going to try to draw the defense up. There you go, your receivers. Pretty well defended by Saskatchewan, not biting on it. Defenders staying over the top.
2nd and 10. Edmonton has converted 57.5% on 2nd down in the last 3 games. Riley scrambling. He'll take off, even for the corner, but cut off. And he'll be stopped a couple of yards short as he's bounced out at the 48.
Marche Green getting on his horse, because Riley, we talked about it in the first half, and Foley tracked him down. Now Marche Green, first-year player from Mississippi, he gets on his horse and rides and cuts off the angle for Riley. Let me see, I believe he's right. There he is. I got the beat on him. He's right here, and he's going to run basically 40 yards, cut off the angle that Riley creates by break and contain. Watch him, watch him, watch him. Get on your horse. Now he's trailing. He's trailing here. And he's making up some ground. Nice job.
That hustle gets the punt team on. Good boot. Tristan Jackson, 9. Little reverse of field, and Aaron Grimes will bring him down at the 20. Well, it's another stingy game for this Chris Jones defense.
There's a lot of stingy defensive minded coaches in the league right now. Chris Jones is certainly one of them. Highly touted, plucked away from Calgary several years ago, and Toronto got him. Now he comes over for an opportunity to be a head coach in Edmonton, and boy, his defensive mind and his coach has done a fabulous job of turning this team around on that side of the football, really cranking it up. Defensive touchdowns is insane. Only one last year, a ton this year.
Gary Joseph to work in the final minute. Going to go deep. Wants Rob Bag, and that's picked off. Toshi Mwamba has the interception, and back he comes. Out of bounds, down in the score zone as Gary Joseph aired it out, but came up short of the intended target.
Coach, he's just playing deep. He's got to get deeper than the deepest receiver, and he does a nice job of that. You're going to see him right here. He's going to backpedal and stay deep, and this ball was a little late and had to travel a long way. We talked about Joseph's hamstring.
Unnecessary roughness. Edmonton, number 97. After the interception, 15-yard penalty, it will be first down Edmonton.
We talk about Joseph's arm strength, but this is, and the ball's got to be out with timing. And here he is, just going to backpedal here and stay deeper than the deepest receiver. It's going to be Bag in the outside release. Ball's underthrown, undercut it, take it the other way. Ball's got to be out quicker. If your playmaker, receiver's going to have a chance on it. That time, ball was late. Coach Mwamba had a chance to come over and make a play.
Eddie Steele called on the unnecessary roughness, so back at the 33, the pitch to Bowman. And Adarius Coleman is bumped out. Close to a first down by Tristan Jackson. We'll get one more play in this third quarter.
Yeah, you see the Edmonton offense starting to flex its muscles a little bit, find its legs, and you get number 4 involved, and good things are going to happen. And here's Adarius, just a little bubble screen. Give a little ground here. That's a tough throw. It looks pretty easy, but that's one of the toughest throws quarterbacks have to make on the field. Riley throws a dart out there to Ford where he's able to do something with it.
First down, next catch ties an Eskimo record for number 4. John White, little stutter step there, and White down to the 17.
Yeah, CC, that's patience, and that's ability to make it happen when it's really not there. And John White just made a nice little 4-yard gain there. Doesn't look like much, but that's huge because that certainly could have been a no gain on the play.
We're through 3 quarters. The third quarter, a big one for the Edmonton Eskimos. It started with that kick return by Kendall Lawrence to get them back in the game. And now Chris Jones' crew up by 1, 3-quarter time.
For over a decade.